Hi, friends. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you all have had a fantastic day. Our day's been pretty good. A little bit cold and rainy still, but it is what it is. All right, so I want to talk about, I'm probably going to say this wrong, bokeh, B-O-K-E-H, backgrounds. It's where it's very blurry, out of focus, a lot like this is the effect I was going for with this painting here, how we've got the up close in focus flowers and then stuff that is further away and a little fuzzy. So I want to work to create a background like that here. It's going to be pretty similar to the bird that I just showed you. I was looking for other photo references to go from for a bokeh background, but just couldn't quite find anything that I was liking, and I guess the bird is just kind of familiar to me, so just went with that. Just going to put a really thin coat of blue on here. Also, I have a mop brush that I haven't tried out, and I thought this might be a good time to do that. I will try not to hit my camera with my brush here. It might happen though. So go ahead and please say hello when you hop on here. I like to know who's here. If you grant StreamYard permission to see your name, it will tell me your name and which platform you are watching from which platform you're watching. I think that would be the better way to say that, but not very proper, so I don't totally know. I just needed a little bit of a art break in my day. Sometimes just a little bit, even when you're not feeling in the mood to do some art, sometimes if you just, I don't know, set a timer or something for 10 or 15 minutes. For me, that's really helpful when I'm just not feeling it, because by the time that timer goes off, I'm ready to just keep going, kind of shut everything else out for a little bit. Oh, darn. I always remember these quotes. Hi, Jenny. How you doing? I always remember these quotes that I like, and I can never remember who said them. Like, and I probably have it wrong anyway, but something to the effect of inspiration finds you working or finds you while you're working. And I find that to be very true. Like, if I get going and just, get started on something, I get more and more inspiration that comes to me. I'm going to go ahead and switch that. Okay. Move things around a little bit here. Give that a minute to dry. It doesn't need to dry too much. Then I want to grab this brush. I bought it, Oh geez. When I bought those giant canvases, I bought this brush, and that may have been like a month ago. Maybe. Could be a month ago already, and I haven't touched those canvases. I'm intimidated, but excited at the same time. Just kind of working up the courage to do what I want with them. But this is my mop brush. You see how full it is? Nice and fluffy. So I want to try using this to get my bokeh effect. I wish I knew how to say that word properly. Okay, sorry. I had to get some chapstick there. All right. So I'm going to go for, let's see, should we do pink cherry blossoms or white? Definitely going for cherry blossoms here. If I get no response, I'm going for pink. That's a favorite color. Not my very, very favorite color. I don't know, maybe a little. My kids always ask me what my favorite color is. You know, like if they're drawing something or making something for me. You want to know what my favorite color is, and I never really have an answer. And that might be silly, but I kind of just can't pick. I have favorite color combinations, that's for sure. But one color in particular, I can't really commit to just one. So I went ahead and grabbed some magenta. And mix that with some white. I got my clear palette. I was using one of these for quite a while, and I was really excited about it at first, and then it just became so difficult to clean. Even after the first use, I don't know, it was just, I wanted it to be really clear again, and I honestly don't even know, I don't know where I put that. This is a brand new one, because I don't know where I put my other one. But the paint stuck to it so badly that I couldn't get it clean. All right, so I was kind of planning to map out where I'm going to be putting this, but we're just winging it. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Oh, darn it. Sorry, I have another camera going and I don't know what's going on with it. All right, so I'm just gonna, like I said, just wing it here. How thick should I go? Should it be really, really full? Cherry blossom tree? Cherry blossom tree. That didn't sound right. Cherry tree? Should it be really full of blossoms? Well, that's what I should have said. Okay, so not getting a very good bokeh effect just yet. but we're working on it. These little canvases are so fun. I really like the little tiny ones that I did before with like a desert sunset. I think they're 3x3. I got those and made Christmas ornaments with the kids. Okay. Whoa. That was my dog. I don't know if you guys could hear that growl that she just did. All right, I'm a little scared to use this mop brush. So these ones, as far as I know, we don't get them wet. Just, ooh. Oh, that's actually, I kind of like that. Freaked me out at first. Oh boy. Yeah, this is going to be fun, this brush. And I believe we just brush off the paint. Oh, I like that. Oh, the things I get excited about. So now the question is, though, how to clean this brush. I will report back to you guys and let you know. So I don't know what I've done, but I have kind of locked myself out of my Art and Soul Studio page. I don't know. I've been trying to do some different things, build my business and whatnot. So I've been trying to learn different parts of Facebook, and it's been very frustrating. I am not a techie person, and it shows, I think. I mean, very much shows that I am not techie. It's sad. But yeah, how do you lock yourself out of your Facebook account? I'll tell you how. Set up two-factor authentication. That'll do it. Yep. So secure, you won't be able to get in. So I tried to post something on there a little bit ago. May show up twice. If it did actually work, I couldn't tell. So I posted it again. Still couldn't tell. So I have no idea. It might just be there a couple of times. So I feel like I want to put some green leaves in here. But I don't know. Jenny, how's your stormtrooper doing? See, acclimating to his new home. Okay, I think I need to step away from that area. Oh, I made purple. Some more white. Yeah, this does a nice job of just really like gentle blending, which I've given myself a really harsh transition there. Let's try out a nice bright spot. You know what this brush will be fun on? Clouds. I love painting clouds. Nice, pretty sunsets, sunrises. It's been one of my favorites for quite a while. He'll like that. That's a good birthday present. Oh, and his birthday is coming up soon, isn't it? So let's see. What do you think? Some green leaves in here? I've been trying to pay attention to the cherry trees and whether or not they have a whole lot of leaves on them while they also have blossoms. And I haven't noticed so much of, that they have too many leaves while they're blossoming, but there's got to be an overlap in there at some point, right? Oh, okay. That's right. For some reason, I was thinking it was later in the month. Happy belated birthday, Matt. Lots of birthdays this month. Miles turned 15 on the 9th. And then I have another friend who is on the 9th, and actually another friend's kid is on the 9th. And there's a couple coming up this weekend. Another one next week. Busy month. This is a fun brush. I'm just going to say that. Just in case I haven't said it already. I think I have, but that's okay. Now this blob here is kind of, something needs to happen with that. All right. So I have been trying to do lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know I've missed a couple or at least one Thursday. And this week I will miss Thursday again. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have a super fun procedure coming up that's happening Thursday afternoon. So I'm just assuming that I'm not going to feel like being mentally. I'm sure I'll feel like I want to be out here. Physically, though, I'm not so sure. So just kind of play it by ear. Right now, I'm planning to not be out here. I'm thinking. Sorry. Okay, let's do, I think we should do some leaves. I think. I'm a little scared. Not really. There's nothing to be scared of. Okay. Get some green in there. I think that's a little bright. All right, I feel like that is not a very natural color. So I think I'm going to grab just a little bit of that magenta. That was more than I wanted, but that's okay. See what I can do here to kind of dull that down a little bit. It just turned out like way too bright. Little, almost like pastel-ish. It looks a little better. Still maybe not great, but okay. Whoops. Not what I meant to do. It's okay. Now that almost looks like it's just a green sky background or something. Oh boy. Okay, that's not. Exactly. So right now I'm just using a wipe to clean off this brush a bit. All right, I put a little bit of blue in my green also. Just to get a little deeper. I don't want just one green. Kind of add some depth. So sometimes these backgrounds, until you put your foreground on it, they might not look all that impressive. That's the way I want to say it. Oh, I should have let that dry first. Okay. But once you get that foreground on there, it really just to it. All right, I'm going to try also just a teeny tiny bit of black and see how that changes my green. Not very much at all. All right. Try to kind of neutralize that green again. Boy, that train is loud. Okay. I'm going to leave that area alone for now. Come over here for a little bit. Oh my goodness. So I just got a new phone not too long ago. It's been probably a few months now. And I'm so glad because I've got this other phone over here that I'm trying to keep going for a time lapse because I'm like addicted to making TikToks, and watching art in time lapse is just really fun. So I like to do that. And it keeps booting me off. So I don't know what's going on. And that's my old phone. And maybe it's just time to kind of clean up the files on it again. I did that not too long ago, but you see, I don't even know because I'm awful with tech. I'm trying to get better. That's really all I can say. I'm trying. By the time I get the hang of it, things will have changed dramatically, I'm sure. All right. Putting a little bit of yellow into my green. Good Lord. Do you guys hear that train? It's so stinking loud. So this evening, I'm going to be trying to figure out what I need to do to get back into my business page. I seriously don't, I don't even know. Locked myself out. I kind of need in there. That's important. Just, a little bit. A little important. But somebody told me turn on two-factor authentication. It will help secure your account. Keep it safe. Yeah, from me, apparently. It will keep it safe from me. All right. Not gonna lie, I don't love it. I am not loving it yet. But you know what? This is no matter what type of art it is that you do. Experimenting with it, finding what you like, what works. I feel like it would also be helpful if I actually had a photo reference, but since I don't, it's making it a little, I feel like a little trickier. Just, I don't have a real clear picture in my head of what I'm going for. So it's looking a little better. not amazing or anything, but so then I don't know, once I have this on here, don't know what I want to put in the foreground. Probably just some really focused cherry blossoms, I think. Which, because I got on here late, probably won't be happening this session. And maybe that's about all I want to do for green. I don't really know. All right, so this baby wipe may not be what I'm supposed to brush this out on, but it's what I have, it's what I'm using, and it seems to be cleaning up the brush without really getting it wet, and that was kind of my goal. So I can always take it and wash it a little bit. You know, when I'm not using it, I'm all finished, I'll take it in and wash it. Let it dry. Go for a little bit of a highlight in this area. We'll see how that works out. I'm thinking that my paint is maybe a little too dry. Just, it's not spreading great. So add just a little bit of water. And I'm probably going to have a bunch of hot spots where my paint won't stick because I did that. Now I need darker areas though. All right, I wonder if I should switch back to my typical method before my pre-mop brush method. Or just keep working with it. Sometimes you just gotta keep working with it. Just a matter of getting comfortable. My silly little dog out there. Okay, so my next live painting that I do, like I did with the bunny, is going to be the spring, cheerful little spring goldfinch that I'm kind of modeling this after. It will be here in a couple weeks. Getting a little crazy with my green here, a little too much. And I started working on a new design for the month of May, since it is, you know, Memorial Day is coming up. I'm kind of excited for that one. I may do that on here. I initially started it for paint parties, but I honestly think that I need to simplify my idea a little bit for to accommodate the, you know, like 2 to 3 hour window for a paint party. Let's just put a little bit of green. I'm going to go back through and add in some pink. Kind of lost my pinkness here, which this is all usually just a, you know, a layering process. So not usually finished with the first layer. I feel like I was looking for a different word than layer, but layer is what I had. I'll probably put in some more pink and call it a night here shortly. I think the bedtime routine is starting for the kids, and I like to get inside and help for that. All cleaned out. Oh, my other phone hasn't kicked me off just yet. All right, so I'm going to show you the sketch of what I was coming up with for Memorial Day. Let me know what you guys think. Pair of boots with some flowers. I mean, I'm sure you guys can see that. So the idea here is that we would have red poppies, white daisies, and these little things here would be blue forget-me-nots. So I don't know if it really looks so much like it, but in my head I was thinking, you know, an old pair of combat boot type boots. Combat boot type boots. Combat type boots. So I think it might be a little much for a paint party, but it could be, I feel like, simplified pretty easily. Maybe just one boot, or you could still have two, but have more of like a profile side view, and it would take out some of the extra steps of like all the lacing details and all that. But I do want to paint this one, so that may be my that may be a painting I do online for May, the month of May. Oh, thank you. It just says Facebook user, says love it. Thank you. If it was, I'm not sure if it was the boots you're talking about. This isn't super impressive, so I just kind of assumed it was the boots. Okay, a little more of the pink. So I actually printed that. I took the boot and flower outline and sent it, you know, I emailed it to myself and printed it larger on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper so that I could color it. I wanted something to color while Connor and I did school lessons, and so I did. I just got him going on stuff, and you know, had the lesson there with all of my parts that I needed to do so I could color and focus. Color and focus on schoolwork. I said that weird, sorry. All right, let's throw some a little bit of white in there. Oops, now I'm covering up the covering up the green that I just did. This mop brush, so it, whoops. I just keep getting a lot more coverage from it than I'm expecting. Oh my gosh, my dogs. They're maniacs. My dogs are maniacs. Goodness. That's not at all what I was meaning to do. That's okay. Go with it, right? You want smoother transitions there. Whoops, I just attacked my canvas. And to maybe not put my finger on the wet paint. Let's do just a little bright spot there. The tricky thing here is until I get something in the foreground, I don't know that I love what I'm doing. And you know what? That's okay. Not always going to be something that I love. And for when I paint the yellow bird painting, goldfinch painting in the cherry blossoms, I won't use a mop brush for that because I want to do that with supplies that, you know, are a little more typical. If I want to have people paint with me, I want to be able, what am I trying to say? I don't want to send anybody out to buy a special brush. I don't know that a mop brush is really special, but and it's not in a typical brush setup. At least I don't think it is. Just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean that it isn't. All right, so since I am not, this isn't going to be finished this evening, that'll give some time to get some input on what should we put in the foreground. Should we just put some up close blossoms? That's kind of all I pictured, really, was just some closer, more in focus cherry blossoms. Could always put another bird, or maybe a really in focus blossom. Maybe not just one, but a few blossoms with a honeybee or something. That could be fun. Now I feel like I'm overworking this. It looks totally overworked. A weird thing. I seriously can't wait to try clouds with this. I don't really know what else I want to do here. Just brighten up a few spots. I feel like I want to leave that corner like blue sky, but maybe I don't. Ooh, that dried fast. Let's put a little bit of paint on there. And it dried super fast. That. Let's do a little bright spot there. Yeah, it's not cooperating. So, what do you think? Is it hard to imagine this being an out of focus background? Or does it make sense to your eyes? Doesn't totally make sense to my eyes yet. Not quite. So these little canvases are great. These ones, I just picked them up at the Dollar Tree, the $1.25 tree. Now that prices have changed a little bit. Came in a 3-pack, and it's not like archival quality, I'm sure, but just for it'll do. There's no shame in the Dollar Tree game. That was silly. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a nerd. I feel like we just need a little more light in here. Oops, there I go, creating a little hot spot there. I'm not sure if that's what it's called with acrylic paint. I think for watercolor it is. When you just end up with a spot that is just stubborn and it's not doing what you want. I'm pretty sure there's a difference though with watercolor. I believe a hot spot is when it actually, like the paper will actually no longer take color, pigment. Whereas acrylic paint, you can, you let it dry and come back over it. But like I said, I could be wrong, but I believe in watercolor, it's actually that the paper will not accept the pigment anymore. You've just worked over that space enough. Which seems weird. Like it seems like it should still take pigment. All right, so even if I am not on here Thursday, I will probably try to do some work. I have a couple of pet portraits that I need to finish up and get sent out to their recipients. So I probably should do that. Let's do a little highlight in that corner. Now I feel like I shouldn't leave that blue because it just seems out of place, does it? Seems a little out of place to me. Yeah, let's just cover the whole thing. Let's do all of it. There's a little bit of blue in there. Kind of turn purple with that pink going over it. Okay, I went over a little bit, but almost done. I'm going to do a few more highlights and then at some point, but You guys, I have unfinished work all over the place. You remember my philodendron? My monstera? The neon pink and bright green big canvas. You think I've finished that yet? I haven't. Nope. It's probably not surprising. But no, I have not gotten to finish that. Still haven't gotten to finish my color chart. And it's not that much work. It's just, there's always something else, I feel like. Darn it, I created another spot there. I know what's happening with this. It's that I'm picking up the wettest part of the paint, which is right in the middle of my little blob of paint I put on there. So I start spreading it and it starts to dry on the outside and is leaving that spot in the middle, which I don't know if that's showing up on over the screen. Okay, I think we're gonna call it at this point. Call it a night. I gotta go help with the kids. And so yeah, if you have something come to you that you think would look good over top of this, I know it looks a bit odd right now. Honestly, I think it's yeah, not super impressive. But if you think of something that you feel like would look pretty cool, with this here, it really doesn't look good in that camera. Super dull. Focused cherry blossoms, focused blossoms with maybe a bee, or an in focus bird, something like that. Send me ideas, and hopefully I will be able to get back into my business page and be able to see any comments, anything after tonight. Yeah, so maybe if you could just wish me luck on that, because I don't know what I did. And it's frustrating. It's hard not being tech savvy in a very digital world. The struggle is real. All right, so thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And make sure, if you haven't, I never put my banner up. So make sure to sign up for email list. That way you can, I didn't post tonight that I was going live. I feel like that may not be what people want in their emails. I'm not sure. Let me know. But things that are coming up, please subscribe to my email. And I think that's it. All right, guys. I'll be seeing you. And yeah, probably not Thursday, but maybe. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you later.